Noon or good evening, wherever you are. Dr. Ruth Anderson and Teri Angel here with Enlightened World Network. We bring you a guided meditation every day of the year. And on Wednesdays, Teri and I do something that we call meditation excavation, which is Teri and I go into meditation. We invite you to join us. And we just share whatever it is that we're seeing. And Spirit always has a message here for us. So Teri Angel, thank you for being here today.
Oh, thank you, Ruth. It's so good to be here with you. And good morning, everyone.
And today is a banner day for me, my first podcast in my new office. So I'm really excited to be in and really excited to be doing this with you.
And it's the first day of June.
Oh, yes, it is.
So there you go. You'll be able to remember that, won't you?
I will. June 1. Holy cow. All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and get started? Okay. Here we go. So just find a comfortable space where you won't have distractions. We're going to start slowing down our breathing, slowing down our thinking. Just feel the chair or the floor underneath you and feel that you are fully supported by that. And let's take a deep breath into our root chakra. We're going to grow some roots out our legs using your imagination and your intuition. Down your legs, out your feet, out the legs of the chair, out into the middle of the earth. We say hello to the earth as we envision those roots going down, down, down through the layers, down through the levels of rock. Just see them, see the roots growing down and sideways as well. Sorry, already some clearing of the, throat chakra there. I just want us to pay some attention down there in the center of the earth for a little while today. So Teri, while we're doing that, would you please invite in the spiritual divinity?
Yes, I will. Oh, I just feel them surrounding us already. I have so many chills. So we call in the angels from their directions. First, we call in Raphael, coming in with the energy of air from the east. Archangel Michael, coming in with fire from the south. Archangel Gabriel, coming in with that beautiful energy of water from the west. And Archangel Uriel, coming in with this element of earth that we are working with today. And Uriel, thank you for helping us to ground and balance and teach us what we need to hear today as we're focused on being in the center of Mama Gaia. We call on Source, Creator, God, whatever you choose to call that highest being that is. We ask Divine Mother to hold us in nourishment as we do this work together today. And we call in Christ consciousness. Any of the masters, guides, ancestors that wish to be present, thank you. Thank you for showing up in this way so that we can have that deeper connection from the center of our being, our core, right to the great central sun. And just take a moment to breathe that in. Breathe in love. Breathe out love. Breathe in peace and breathe out peace. And let's focus on that earth energy right now. I feel it. I can almost smell it. It's so potent right now, this beautiful connection with the earth. I think there's a healing that's taking place, Ruth.
Certainly, there's a need for a lot of earth healing around here.
Yes.
In end of December, we had a wildfire that came through, took out 1,000 homes, and the earth is very badly scorched. It's just so sad driving through the neighborhoods. Yeah, I can smell it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's interesting, Teri, because here in my office, and I hadn't noticed that before, it's almost like a tornado, but it's a vortex I'm going with, but it's above ground and it goes below ground. And I asked Divine Mother if that's supposed to stay, and she said yes. I thought, oh, okay. So maybe that's why it was so easy to go into the space of in the earth, because of this little vortex right here.
Yes, because we all know that all healing comes from the inside. So it makes sense that you're burrowed down into the earth for us to do the healing.
So friends, just take a look, see what it is that you are seeing. What are you feeling? What are you noticing? So I've not ever noticed anything like this before, Teri, but here looking into the center of the earth, I'm seeing movement. And it's, are the angels? Yeah. We've worked with the 500,000 earth angels before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is who this is. And there's movement, and it's like they're moving things around to shore things up. Are they shoring? Yeah, to shore things up. It's kind of hard to describe. I'm hearing building blocks. Huh. Teri, can you see movement down there?
Yeah, I do. I think it's the digging out, the movement is clearing the old to get ready for the new. There's a lot of rebuilding that's taking place physically and emotionally. So it's the clearing. That's the movement that we're feeling right now. And I'm reminded of all of those homes that you were talking about, Ruth, and how there has to be so much digging through the debris and moving of the the scarred earth to be able to rebuild. And that's the way it is with us emotionally. We have to move some of that scarring so that we can rebuild into the love.
Well, it's layer on layer. I mean, the emotional piece, whenever anybody goes through a huge transformation, it's layer on layer of emotional work and letting go and rebuilding. You know, it doesn't have to be something as traumatic as losing your home in a fire. It can be changing jobs or just moving houses or going through a divorce or facing an illness or loss of a loved one. But there's layer on layer on layer of work.
And it's anything that shakes our sense of security and safety. I'm reminded there's people that are losing things like health insurance and having to figure out what to do. So there's lots of ways that we can experience loss and have to regroup and rebuild.
Well, and I see Archangel Michael directing. Helping to set the scene. I'm reminded the 3 days before our house burned, Archangel Michael was so present with me. And I didn't know why until the house burned. And then I knew exactly why, but he was so present. And as I see him orchestrating what's happening down here in the center of the earth, I think I'm just stunned by how steadfast Archangel Michael is in always preparing, always being there to guide when we don't even know it.
He's our silent partner.
Mm-hmm.
I see him, they're so funny sometimes. I'm seeing him with a hard hat on. He's like,
that's funny.
yeah, working with the angels who are digging into the dirt and doing the job that needs to be done. And it feels like he's putting a covering of, it feels like support, protection over that land area. He's doing something definitely with the energy of it.
And I also see scaffolding for building yet to come. You know, when they have a new machine or new building going up, and you always have the scaffolding there. But it's interesting as I step back further away and I look at that, because originally I was just seeing it in our neighborhood. But now as I look back, I see it around the whole globe, this scaffolding.
Yeah, it's definitely a time to rebuild. Anywhere there has been trauma, Anywhere there's been a fire, a struggle that we've gone through, there has to be that moment of moving forward, because it knocks you down. And we don't want to stay down. We want to rise up and be victorious.
Well, it's
That's,
interesting.
I think that's the scaffolding that you're seeing, Ruth.
And as I look in the different communities, the scaffolding looks different per community or per house. And so I think it's individual scaffolding. It's an invitation for each of us to grow and change and transform in whatever way best suits us. And I think really showing us that that scaffolding, that support is there for each of us individually, no matter what we're going through, no matter what we're going to be going through. That scaffolding is there. And we have no idea. Wow.
I'm seeing Divine Mother coming into the picture. And it feels like she has the blueprints. She's the one that's going to help us to decide what that rebuilding looks like. You know, whether that's a physical rebuilding that needs to be done, or more importantly, our emotional rebuilding. But she's got a handle on it all. And she wants us to just tap into that, to just allow her to sit with us in our hearts and just see it unfold.
Yeah, I literally see a blueprint, like she's.
She's a great architect.
How fortunate are we to have such divine support for whatever we're going through?
Yes.
So the question just came to me for folks that are watching in. So how do we get to see the blueprint? How do we get to be part of this design team? And it's sitting down with your guides, taking the time to truly sit down with your guides and be present for that conversation, that communication to happen. I can see folks sitting down at boardrooms, board tables with their guides. They're waiting. All you need to do is just be present and just ask. I just got a flash, Teri, of someone's scaffolding being angrily torn down and someone holding on to anger for what life circumstances they've been going through.
Yes. And I would say just be gentle when that happens. Anger is the emotion that we react with when we experience a trauma. But staying in the anger keeps you in a victimhood. And there's no victims. We always want to say, we blame this or that. There's nothing to blame. Just allow that anger to be taken. That's not an easy process. We feel justified in holding on to anger. And also, we need that anger because it motivates us. It moves us forward into action.
And I think being able to have grace with yourself while you're being angry and really just say it's okay. It is so okay to feel those feelings. And just let yourself know you'll get through this.
Absolutely. There's no judgment. And I think it's important to realize also that you're not going to go from anger to exhilaration just all in one full swoop. You have to work with your inner self and release the anger and your own time. And maybe you want to hold on to a little bit of it. Just be gentle. There's no right or wrong. There's no time limit. It's a grief process when you've experienced a loss of any kind. So allow that to all work out and unfold for you.
They're showing me someone in shock of what they're going through in life and just kind of being reminded of stages of grief. And shock is certainly one of them.
Yeah. Yes, that's usually the first stage, that disbelief. How is it possible that this happened? And this can't be true. So the denial, the shock, the anger, it's all very prevalent when you're going through something as huge as losing a house or losing a family member. I've had a lot of loss lately. So just know that it's all part of the process, that letting go, that acceptance. I feel more of the angels coming forward, and Archangel Raziel is one that's right here present with us, helping us to see that when we raise our vibration, we're able to look beyond that anger and look beyond the grief. So that's why he's here during this time today. He's here to help us raise the vibration. Just feel his energy right now.
What they're showing me too is that your guides, your team is there for you no matter what stage of grief you're in, no matter how you're feeling, no matter what you're going through, they're there for you. And they will cater their support to you for right where you are. I think it's a reminder, Teri, that I don't utilize them as much as I could, as much as we could. They're here for us for so many things. And they're limited by how much we limit them.
And we have so much to learn about these beautiful beings of light. They're here to help us. That's their job. That's what they do. They're there constantly, 24/7. They never leave us. And I encourage you to get to know more of these beautiful beings. Know how they can help us. You don't even have to know their names. Just know that they are there. Whatever you need, just call on that angel that's going to help me work through my anger. That angel who's going to help my heart heal from this loss. Whatever it is that you need, all you have to do is ask. And you know, Ruth, we have an angel that guides each month as we go through it. And the angel this month is working with us on peace and working on really getting to know more of the energy of our ability to connect in deeper with spirit. So if you're at a place right now where you've been seeking, maybe you've been angry and you've been holding that anger and you're ready to release it, just know that you can call on any of the angels, but call on this angel of June and allow her to help you release, to help you find that inner peace. It's important to do that.
Teri, what's her name?
Her name is Muriel.
Hmm.
And her name means perfume of God, which if you choose to just tune into her, she may bring to your remembrance some smell that is a reminder of something. It might be a flower fragrance. It might be cooking, some special meal that you enjoy. Whatever it is, just allow that energy to come into you.
Well, and I'm really feeling the Christ consciousness right now.
Yeah.
I'm reminded about retreat, to just go in, whether it's a day away, whether it's an hour away, or if you can do longer, but really just go in and just spend that time with you, for you, with the angels, with Christ, with your guides. Go inward and go upward just to be fed, if for nothing else, just to step away from everything that's happening around you and just to be fed, how important that nourishment is. You know, Teri, that's what these meditations are that we provide on a daily basis. It's that ability to just go inward, go upward, and just be fed, be spiritually fed for half an hour every day.
Yes, it is. Our spiritual practice is so important. Meditation is one way that you can connect in. And yes, you're definitely encouraged to tune in every day to this process that we take you through, whether it's a guided meditation led by someone or it's just inviting you to join with us to see what comes in for you as you tune in to spirit. That's our meditation excavation that we do every Wednesday. And what a beautiful process to just spontaneously go wherever spirit guides. And Ruth, I'm so grateful to you that we do this, and that it's something we invite others to join in on. We may be the ones speaking, but we invite anyone that's listening to go on your journey. See what comes to you, and which of these beautiful angels or masters or whatever divinity comes your way. Just allow it.
Beautiful. Thank you, Teri. Thanks for this time today. Friends, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that Enlightened World Network and all of its offerings touch your heart, touch your soul, and just encourage you to transform as you are on your own spiritual path. So much love to each and every one of you, and we'll see you soon here at Enlightened World Network. Take good care, and God bless.